welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, my name is Brittany, and on this channel we are working to live a joyous life and to do it boldly and unapologetically. And while we are doing that, we are going to have delusional faith to reach our goals. We have some goals that we want to reach, and I am going to be sharing all of the steps to get me towards my goals. I have a couple of goals that I want to reach within the next couple of months, year, a couple of years from now. And so why not bring you along for the ride? This video I am so excited to make. I'm not excited about the actual content of what I'm about to share, but I'm excited to make it because I love talking about this journey that I've been on for a couple of years. If you are not a part of this Joy fam, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. We have fun over here, and we're gonna get right into it. As you can see from the title of the video, we're talking about debt. And it's not just like a couple $1,000s. We are talking about 6 figures worth of debt. $148,000 worth of debt. And I'm going to actually break that down of how we got to that amount and where all those amounts, what categories they fall into. If you are OG on this channel, you know I started the YouTube channel all around our debt-free journey. We had $175,000 worth of debt in 2021 with a goal to pay it off in 5 years. That goal started in 2020, but I started sharing the journey in 2021. It is 2025, and as you can tell, I did not reach that goal because I do have more debt, but life happens, and even though we aren't debt-free, we can still work to make it happen. Before we jump into the numbers, let's address the elephant in the room, my lovely friend that I have with me. Yes, I broke my elbow during some July 4th festivities when I thought I can be a teenager again and get on a hoverboard, but that hoverboard had some other things in mind, and I fell pretty bad. And it's recorded, and I look at it and it just makes me cringe, but I am now on the road to recovery, but I will be wearing this thing for the next 6 weeks. So in these videos, you know, just say a prayer for your girl that I have a speedy recovery. I've already been to the orthopedic surgeon. I don't need surgery, which is amazing, a blessing. I don't need a cast. Apparently they don't cast broken elbows. So it's just my arm in this sling, which I'm like, can I get a different color? Like, we might have to work on that. But anyway, and it's the summer, and now I'm going to be, anyway, so I wanted to address that because I'm sure many of you are like, what happened to this girl? All right, so I have my numbers here, the breakdown here. So if you see me looking down, this is why. All right, I don't have it all memorized. All right, so $148,492.57 is what we started the month of July with. Let's take a pause. That's a lot of money that we are in debt with. And while I am sharing this number with you, I also want to say that I am being vulnerable. I am being transparent because I believe that sharing my story is going to help other people to know that they can do it. I'm not debt free yet, but I will be, mark my words. And so I want to show the real of what it looks like to have delusional faith, to create bold goals, to reach what you are trying to get to. And in the mix, there's going to probably be ups and downs, ebbs and flows, but the ultimate goal is what we're going to attain. And so I want to show you what that actually looks like. It's always great to hear like, oh, they paid off this amount of debt when they actually pay it off. But not a lot of people talk about all of the hard work, sacrifice, discipline that goes into it during the journey. And that's what we are doing over here. I also don't need you to come into the comments and talk about like, oh, that's a lot of debt. Like, what were you doing? Listen, I know you don't have to talk about it. We get it. We're here with that, but I won't tolerate like negative comments or judgmental comments. Get it? Perfect. All right, so let's jump into it. I'm going to start with our lowest debt and working our way up to the highest debt that we have. So our lowest debt is $692.95, and that is a bank credit card. I've had this credit card for a while, probably almost like 10 years, and I've gotten it to zero, add more money on it, gotten it to zero, add more money on it, gotten it to zero, add more money on it, and now I am down to $692.95 on that one. We then have a Best Buy credit card. Well, actually, I just have it. And I needed to get some electronics. My camera stopped working, which not really. I thought it stopped working, but it was actually the SD card that got messed up. But I'm like, my camera's not working. It's dead. And bought a whole new camera and paid it off, but then decided to buy another electronic. Again, we're being very transparent. Was that the smart idea? Probably not. And that's the remaining balance on that. So $1,017.18. The next one is Expedia for $1,303.79. Now this one is the one that I'm like, girl, you were doing way too much. You were definitely living above your means and doing the most. We were on our travel kick last year, my husband and I. We went to the Bahamas, we went to Aruba, and when we went to Bahamas, we paid that off. But when we went to Aruba, we went April, May, June, July. Like 3 months later, we put it on like the pay-as-you-go plan on Expedia. I had a great time, but now I'm paying this back. So that is $1,303.79. The next one is Chase credit card. So we actually did a balance transfer for one of my next debts that I'll talk about. And we did a balance transfer, 0 interest for, I think, 18 months. And that is $2,446.25. We have another bank credit card that balance is $4,639.47, and that kind of goes along the same lines as the other bank credit card. It's like, oh, we had it when we needed furniture, we needed, I don't know, appliances, swipe. Some trips and other things went on that, things that we probably didn't need, but it is what it is. The next one is our Amex card. This is a card that we probably shouldn't have gotten. We didn't need it. We were trying to keep up with the Joneses, if I'm being honest with you. And now we have this debt. Like I said, this is the one that we did a balance transfer for. So the remaining balance on that is $5,034.06. And I am not touching this card ever again, because with this card, the way that it was set up, which I didn't even know, that once you passed $5,000 on the credit card, $5,000 and below, you just pay the minimum payment. But once you go over $5,000, you have to pay whatever that overage is. So there was one month that we had to pay like $1,000 because our amount was like $6,000. $1,000 a month just to minimum payments. Craziness, crazy work. So we do not touch that card at all. Pissed. The last two are our big daddies. This is going to take us a minute to pay off. The first one is the bane of my existence. Can you guess what it is? If you've been around for a minute, you probably know. It is my student loans. I believe it's separated into like 4 different student loans, and it's all through grad school, $65,335.58. It's just crazy to me. Crazy work. The problem with this one is that I graduated from grad school 10 years ago in May. And when I looked and did the report looking to see like where our payments are at and everything, I just started paying back principal in February. That's craziness. Craziness. And when they talk about a regret that you have, that is one of them. I'm glad I went to the grad school I went to, but I would not have gone to that grad school if I knew what I knew now. And how much debt I'm still paying on it. Oh, it just pisses me off. And the last one is a home equity loan. We did some renovations in our house. We got a basement done, our deck, some other things done, and $68,114.65. Grand total, once again, $148,492.57. Here we go. That's what we're working with. Do I like saying this number? Heck no. But do I like being able to see it so now I know what I need to work on? Yes. And sometimes if you have debt, you think like, okay, let me just do all the minimum payments, but you have no idea how much your total debt number is. And it is scary to sit down and do. But I encourage you to do it because that is the kick in the face that you need to kickstart your journey to pay off debt. Within 1 week, I paid minimum payments around $600 within just 1 week. Can you imagine over 1 month what that looks like? If I'm only paying a minimum payment for 1 week of $600 total, it is. I already know it's because already my student loan payment is like $415 a month. I'm paying over $1,000 in minimum payments just for this debt. Can you imagine what I could do with over $1,000 every single month? And that is why we are on this journey. There's no reason for me to, hide it, to shy away from it. This is the reality. And sometimes you have to have a come to Jesus moment. So this is my come to Jesus moment with you. If you are in a position where you have debt and you don't even know what your numbers are and you are just putting money to whatever, or you're just swiping your card, get yourself together and start making a plan to pay it off. Because what could you do with an additional $1,000 a month? Whatever number that is for you. I have a lot of things that I could do. The goals that I'm trying to reach, my delusional faith goals, I can't reach them with having this debt. And that is why I'm on this journey. And we're going to do it together. So as of last week, we paid off that's not it. As of last week, as of last Friday, we paid $818.64 because I did an additional payment on our bank credit card, the lowest one. I'm doing the snowball method. I'll talk about that. The differences between a snowball and a debt snowball and debt avalanche in another video. So that brought down our payment by our student loan balance by $652 with a total now of debt of $147,840.16. Every week we're putting something additional to our debt. I don't care if it's $5. I don't care if it's $1. Something additional on top of the minimum payments for that week, I am putting to debt because I gotta reach these goals. I have a goal that by the end of this summer, September 20th, September 21st, all of my credit card debt is going to be gone. Is it a delusional goal? Yes. But do I have delusional faith? Yes. And so I have to do things differently to make sure that happens. The first thing that I did was I got a part-time job. I can't just continue living off of one income if I'm trying to reach these goals that are delusional a little bit. And so thinking about these additional ways that you can bring in income is going to be so helpful for you. And then another thing we did was do the balance transfer. So now I have a zero interest, 18 months to get it paid off, but I'm not, the money that I'm spending on the minimum payment isn't going towards interest on that one. So we'll talk through other steps, but I just wanted to give y'all an update of where we are at with our debts and show you that we're going to make it happen. We're going to do it together. I'm going to be your cheerleader. You're going to be my cheerleader. We're going to do it together. I'm actually excited about this because I know when I do these videos, it keeps me accountable. And so every Friday, I'm going to be doing a debt update with y'all. Debt-free Friday. Because seeing the progress keeps you motivated. Seeing the progress gets you excited. Seeing the progress makes the sacrifice and the discipline all worthwhile. So we're going to do it together. How are you with your debt? If you feel like you are in a place that you don't know where you are at and you just need some support, I see you. I'm going to cheer you on. I'll be your accountability partner. Send me an email. I'll put my email down below if you just need some encouragement or you don't know where to start. I got you. Don't worry. That we're on round 2 of this journey over here. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you did. Make sure that you like and comment. Subscribe to Brittany and Lana. We have fun over here. I talk about how we can live a joyous life and to do it boldly. See ya.